It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's Mecole Hardman. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
First and 10, it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and he's able to get it back to the 4. Yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And for the Texans here, you wonder just how long it's going to take to get over the loss to the Chiefs in the postseason last year in the divisional round. Yeah, the Texans had a 24-0 lead on the road. Normally you'd consider that ball game, but not when Patrick Mahomes is on the other side of the field as those Chiefs rallied back to win.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Flush to his right. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Chuck Clark showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, open man. That's Noah Fant, the tight end. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. And
they were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
And this is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 15 yards on the play, first down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Flushed it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson eluding the pressure right. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
I think this one comes under the heading of sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because you and I both know coaches go crazy seeing their quarterbacks roll out, in this case to the right side, and try to throw back into the middle of the field. He got away with one there.
And that is incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first two drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st down, Gibson. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
2nd and 9.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
A gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzama. And he will have a Chiefs first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
25-yard line.
They'll try the left side. It's Gibson, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
7. Brings up 3rd.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Chiefs. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And not able to break away this time, as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, but now it's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
24 is the mic. All day, 24 is the mic.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to, and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
On the return, the Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. He's letting this one go for Fuller. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Wilson. This is the tight end fan. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he called it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
At the 50-yard line.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just... And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Left side here, that's the tight end fan. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
At the Chiefs' 23-yard line.
Here's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On third down, they go Montgomery. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a fourth down.
On for the field goal, a 39-yard attempt.
And Gano's kick is right through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Under 10, 10. Back to 60.
On second down, it's Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in week. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know what they've always said? I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled. That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 35 on second down, Wilson. That's caught by Montgomery. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Complete to
Mecole Hardman there to make the grab. And the Texans have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses them about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. The analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
3-yard line.
Flushed out right. He'll run it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
39-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Patrick. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
On the pickup. It's second and inches at the 29-yard line.
Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, we got 3 down. 24 is the mic.
They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left.
We got 3.
They'll throw now on the final play. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 44.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Flush to his right. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
4-yard line.
Back to throw again.
And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson, complete.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
That's another Kansas
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
at the 11-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
24 is the mark.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
A 3rd down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
The kick by Gold is good, and that'll bring them back within 4. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on
that time on the outside. Pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
Flushed out right. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson, eluding the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 21-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson, and he's going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Texan 16. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
He's going to drop this one down to Gibson.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep. 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down,
Caused all of it.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Third and 2. Now Wilson completes it to Hardman.
And he is going to have a Texans first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
A gain of 8 and a first down. Montgomery. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run good for 18 and a first down.
Houston.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
David Montgomery.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
10.
From the 36, Wilson. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
First down.
Now Wilson on first down. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. The first down screen pass, good for 5. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Mecole Hardman, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans have once again taken the lead.
The kick is
and it's up and good.
Makes the score Texans 17, Chiefs 13.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
36-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Now here's a throw. It's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And it brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds his target, Fuller.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down, Houston.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
Gold with the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position.
Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Montez Sweat, his 2nd sack of the night. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Wilson. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up.
He'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Here's Wilson. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts
First down.
as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now Wilson. And this is caught at the 8. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts
Fuller.
as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Back to throw. The quick slant caught. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
8-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Flush to his right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. And it's second down. Back to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
Picked off by the rookie Isaiah Simmons.
And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Tackle made by K1 Short.
Short on the stop. A gain of a yard. Brings up
well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for Houston, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Tennessee Titans. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a first down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
This pass from Goff to Everett, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Derrick Henry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on
It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a throw here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Get him! A bomb! Here we go, D, get off the field.
Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep, and they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They try to catch him by surprise there on 3rd down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's a quick throw to Thielen. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. They'll run for it. Here's Joe. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. Throwing on first down. Jones flushed out right. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down. Off the play fake. Jones rolling to his left. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. He's at the 30, the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Reed on the tackle. 5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for Chicago.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Jones throwing again. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That was an interesting look. There, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Gone. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Running from the gun with Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Goff on the move to his left. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Screenplay, McKinnon. And all the way down to the 42. A huge play there on the screen pass. 45 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
From the gun, Jones. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Fletcher Cox, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping, and a big loss here as he's taken down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before break. Jones. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Out to the flat, and that's caught. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as he's out of bounds at the 2.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, 5. And they are going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And again, it's Chubb. And this Tennessee defense for the 2nd straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Throwing, Jones, rolling to his right.
Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception.
Picked off by Tony Jefferson, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A run for Nick Chubb. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Jones. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. Back to throw. Jones. And Rudolph has it, the tight end.
Jones pass.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
On the play. And it's
The Bears on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Now a dump off here complete, and that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Super one. Ready.
Goff gonna throw it. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Titan. 1st and 10.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Out of the gun. Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
At the Bears' 27-yard line.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
The toss right to Henry. And they'll work make it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Hill going to try and run with it. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Taysom Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Titans 30, Bears nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And Rudolph has it left side. 7 yards, the pickup there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Jones. Off play action. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And the Bears first down.
Hawk 70. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. 56.
Jones now throwing on first down. That one complete. He finds Shark. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. 3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Titans, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll have another home date next week as the Indianapolis Colts come to town. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. Select the team you want to join. Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the left.